Okay, so I got more than a few comments on yesterday's video regarding the GTX 1180 and how the specs on the database were just a placeholder. It's not something that we should actually be discussing or discussing with the emphatic nature that I have, because it's just not necessarily true. So I wanted to discuss that with you guys today, but I should probably get out of my, hiding hole, because I need to make sure that when police sirens go on, I have a place to escape from them. Because, I'm on the run in the United States. I am traveling in the United States currently. So I need to get out of my little lair. But let's go somewhere else. Let's chat about this. I want to talk to you guys about my fake news. Okay, so I think that's a little bit better. Not in my hidey hole anymore. But here's the thing that I kind of want to discuss with you guys. I got plenty of your comments saying, Brett, how could you talk about this? This is just speculated data on a database without proper information. Don't you know that everybody else is saying that this is fake news? This is not okay. And yes, I did know that that was particularly a work in progress. I even happened to mention that in the video yesterday, and the only two things that I said were absolutely confirmed were things that had nothing to do with the database and something that everybody can speculate based on in the first place, which was first, that we are getting a GDDR6 graphics card, and that two, it's going to be better than the GTX 1080. Both accounts, no matter what that database says, I'm completely correct. You can take that money to the bank. However, I think that brings up a little bit of a better discussion that we could potentially have around the type of videos that I'm currently producing and the things that I am trying to discuss with you all, because there are certain elements to how I produce videos and the things that I say in those videos that I think people aren't taking as seriously as I do when I say them, because it comes across, because it's my fault that I don't portray them in a way that's emphatic enough. When I add a question mark, I actually intend for this to be something that you question. When I say, take this with a pinch of salt, so obviously we can still take this with a pinch of salt because this is unreleased product. I intend for that to be something that you don't take as gospel, that this isn't official. These are things that could potentially change. This is not something that is completely accurate. And by all means, that I can understand in the course of a 10-minute video, if I say take this with a pinch of salt once, you don't think that quite covers the entire video, because I then go on to discuss the topic as if it's real. And that's what I really want to accomplish with the videos, is I want to have a discussion around it. So I take the facts as if they were true, not believing that they necessarily are, so that we could have a discussion surrounding them. Obviously, with some things, if they're so preposterous that I can't even believe that it would be a possibility, I will be more emphatic in the, holy crap, don't believe this is absolute garbage and just trash and you're just starting to eat this type of candy stick, because it's just, it's so egregious of a lie that it's not even okay. But with the tech power-up discussion, I thought that there was more than enough merit to have a discussion surrounding it based on everything else that we've been hearing in the industry. I've been hearing personally from people who are in the know in the industry, and then also a lot of the other leaks that have been coming out surrounding these graphics cards. And to some extent, it looks more legitimate than it doesn't. It doesn't just look like whoever created that Tech Power Up database that they just slapped together, all of the specs that they found in one location and actually just threw them on the page. It actually looks like it's a bit more curated than that. There are things that were omitted from that page that we have rumors on, such as the die size and the transistor count. We've already reported on rumors surrounding that. And then things like the core clock and the boost clock speeds, which we've also reported on. Those are different than the rumors that we've reported before, but are from the same source. Like, we've reported that 16 to 1700 megahertz is what we should be expecting on the core clock, and that it's in the same reference to the source that had the CUDA core material of 3584 CUDA cores. There are things on that page that were there from specific rumors, and things that were omitted that weren't from others, and then other things that are completely different that we haven't seen before. And so there's enough thought at least given to that database entry that yes, I thought it was worthy of a discussion. Now, I probably could have done a better job of expressing my belief that I don't hold any of these truths to be self-evident. I don't hold any of this to be completely gospel, or this is what NVIDIA is saying we're getting directly and this is what we should expect. but rather it's news that's coming out that people are going to discuss. I mean, plenty of people are making articles about being fake news, but I wanted to discuss what if it's actually something that we could consider. That's the angle that I took on it. I could understand why some people would disagree with that, and that's totally fine. I didn't believe it for a second, and I didn't think that you guys should either, but I thought that this gives us enough of an indication that we could maybe have just some thoughts about what we should be expecting, because there's plenty of opinions and thoughts and ideas surrounding what's going on with the upcoming GTX series of cards, whether it's 11 series or 20 series, whether we're getting Turing or Ampere or Volta, or whether or not we're getting mining cards and gaming cards or anything of the sort. Is Volta just a refresh of Pascal? There's tons of conversations happening surrounding this, and a lot of it is just all nebulous speculation, and so that's what I entered into, and pardon me, I suppose is where all of this is coming from. If you thought that I was trying to perpetuate fake news as fact, but instead I was perpetuating potential correct news that is also potentially fake news as something to be worthy of having a discussion surrounding. And I get where the confusion comes from, and that's my bad for not being a good enough communicator surrounding these types of things, and I want to improve that going forward, so I want your feedback. I want to have a discussion about how you would like me to handle these types of videos going forward, because this isn't something that I think that I should stop just because I messed it up one time. This is something that I think that we need to continue to deliver on and to improve on, and I can upgrade my communication style to potentially be more emphatic with when I think something is not necessarily 100% accurate, and just be like, take this with a grain of salt and then pepper it with some salt and then salt it with some pepper and then eat it with a whole bowl of League of Legends tears, because you just shouldn't really hold true and fast this information. I guess I screwed up communication there. So that's mea culpa, my bad, I'm sorry. That's what I want to get out of the way. But then also, I think that we could potentially move forward on this, look towards the future. You guys let me know how you want me to handle it. Should I pepper some more statements about my skepticism throughout the video? Should I just put a giant disclaimer at the beginning of every video being like, none of this is completely confirmed. Please take it all with your biggest bag of salt. And obviously none of you guys were turds where you're just like, you suck, Brett. I can't believe this channel is garbage. Like, this isn't an address to haters, and like, I freaking hate when I get those responses where it's like, Brett, you do you just keep going because I love your stuff and I think you're great, so you don't need to listen to the haters. I completely disagree with that. Like, there are some people who are just like, you suck, and it's like, okay, delete, I don't care. Like, I'm not having that discussion, you provide no value to me. But then the people who are just like, hey, you screwed this up, that's totally messed up, maybe don't do that in the future and maybe do this instead. I take that as valid criticism. Like, hating is actually something, like, there's always a smidgen of truth in the hate that haters bring, and so I'd rather take the smidgen of truth from them, punch them in the face, metaphorically speaking, get rid of them, take that smidgen of truth and improve upon it and grow myself as a person, as a human, grow the channel as something that I can deliver value and content for you guys. That's what I've learned in all of my years on the interwebs, is that haters gonna hate, but haters have truth in them. So you take the truth, you punch the hater, metaphorically again, and then you grow from it. And that's really where I stand here. Please do not tell me to ignore the haters, because the haters are people that help me grow. Just as like everybody who likes the channel and everybody who loves it, you guys are people who help me grow as well. So yes, I'm sorry. I wanna hear what your input is. Let's chat about that in the comments down below in the community Discord. Want to have a discussion with you down there. But then also, just to let you guys know, this is something that I think has been especially working for the channel. I think that us discussing the things that you guys care about and already are talking about, because either if I don't cover it, somebody else is going to cover it and you're going to talk about it with them. You could talk about it with me. We could talk about it together. Like, let me know who your favorite people are that you find your news and sources and information from. But even if I report the rumor as a rumor, then we're still having a discussion around it, and you're going to talk about it as a rumor. Like, there's plenty of information out there that I think that we can have proper, healthy discussion and dialogue on things that might not even be factually correct, because where I'm coming from, like, this is stuff we all care about. This is stuff that I will read and either internalize and never talk to you guys about, or and bring it up in a video 10 months later where I'm just like, didn't you know about this fact, when I never actually made a video on it. Or because I'm traveling, because I'm on the road, I'm on the run, I'm trying to hide from people. Like, this is a great way for us to continue to have videos coming out, continue to have a discussion and a channel flowing where you and I can create a beautiful environment together, and that's really where I wanted to take all of this. And so I'm still learning, I'm still growing. There's a lot of things that we can do better, there's a lot of things that we could do worse, and hopefully you can see the complete downside of me screwing everything up, and then be grateful for what you have, because that's what life is. You look at the rain clouds and be like, oh, okay, I can enjoy the sunny day that I have right now. Go back to 2016, Brett, see when I had that, you know, terrible mustache and overgrown hair. And hey, do you want to know a secret? The secret to realizing your potential? You do? Well, the secret is you just gotta look inside. Your potential has been there all along. Just realize that we're away from those days, and we're in a much better place now. We're in a much better style. Brett has improved his communication skills. He even speaks in the third person sometimes. It's a healthy thing for all of us. But I want to know, that's it. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for your input. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And I understand if I maybe, you know, screwed up the envelope and the delivery a little bit there, and you guys didn't necessarily appreciate that. So I can understand that, and I can apologize, and I can own up, and I can say I want to improve, and hopefully we can find an amicable way forward. Thank you guys so much. Anyways, I need to get back to my hidey hole, so why don't you guys come along with me? I'm hearing sirens go on, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. If you enjoyed this video, please get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech-related content. If you want to support me in my venture on the run from the police, you can buy stuff using our affiliate codes in the video description, or support us on Patreon. That'll help us out as well, or, you know, potentially just give us video ideas. That's helpful too, because making videos keeps everything going, and oh, I'm way too big for this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Oh, I am too big for this. My goodness. What was I thinking? Ow!